Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if you were like...
No. I just thought this would be a cool shot, me sitting here on my phone so casually in my beautifully decorated living room, which I'm going to tell you all about. Oh. If you guys are wondering why I have my phone like this, it's because I am recording my voice through my phone. Yes. Hello, welcome to my living room. To our living room! Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Most of you will probably be new here, but this living room has been in the works for like 8 months. It takes a long time to gather everything that you need to make a space look beautiful, especially when you are holding on to this principle that objects, beauty needs to come to you and that you cannot seek it out. So pretty much everything in here was found by chance, or is placed in here by chance, or has just somehow ended up in my life, has been passed down to me, whatever. And so I thought it would be an interesting video to kind of go through the whole room, show you guys some footage of the space, and talk about the objects that are in here, the furniture that's in here, because it took a long time for it all to come together. And especially to just the color scheme of the area. This is not a planned color scheme. This area doesn't look the way that it does because I sat here and planned it out. It looks the way that it does by chance. So that's just a really important factor, I think, that needs to be talked about, because there's a lot of beauty that comes from that. Anyway, so everything is in here, and it's all one big happy family because they came together by accident. So I'm going to tell you about some things in here. The first thing I should probably tell you about are these chairs. These are, of course, very easily recognizable Vasili chairs. They are modernist chairs, and they are the typical club chair, the leather straps, the chrome bicycle tubing. I've always loved the modernists, but I did not know I was going to end up with these chairs, and I did not know that they were going to be $80 either. Where I live, there are a lot of people in the general neighborhoods that surround us. There's a lot of people that own a lot of fine art, they own a lot of good furniture, and a lot of antique things, and these are the real deal. I mean, they're not original, but they are an authorized reproduction of the Vasili chairs. And they are about 15 years old, and they are deteriorating a bit. I do not currently have the finances to fix them and mend them in all the places that they are currently broken, but I can sit in both of them, and they still visually look very appealing, even though there are some minor details, like right here, there's some stitching and stuff coming apart. But I don't think that should ever deter you from getting something. Just because it's not perfect doesn't mean it doesn't belong in your home. So I got them for $80. The two of them together were $80. And the people that gave them to me are the sweetest people ever. It was just a couple. And I couldn't fit these into my car because my car's too small. And they chauffeured one chair in each of their cars to bring it over to this house. And it just goes to show that people can just be very hospitable and really sweet. And that was just an absolutely wonderful experience. It brightened my whole day. And me acquiring these chairs completed the living room for the first time in 8 months. This living room was very much like this, just without them, for many months, for a long time. So this was such an important contribution to this space, and why I also felt the need to talk about it first, because I love them, and I literally cannot, day by day, believe that I actually have these in the house right now. I can't believe it. Okay, we're gonna move on to more things. The second most important thing would be Rick, and Michelle, the gods of the home, two incredible muses not just in fashion, but also in personality, their lifestyle and everything. They watch us every day. They bless us every day. They bless this house every day. They are very important people. There are a lot of other important people in our lives, but they are just who we chose to put on the wall, and that is why they're there. Michel and Rick. There are so many little things in here, so many little details. This was acquired at one of those like hippie shops, believe it or not, but there's a lot of hippies that are also Christians, and this lady was one. So she had a lot of these like garden ornaments, I guess, and this one just happened to be like a Sacred Heart cross. So this is meant to be stuck into the ground, into the dirt, but I kind of like that it looks like that. It looks more medieval to me like that. So I bought it from this hippie store, and it is now just hangs out like by the wall like that. I was a huge fan of Visionnaire, which is a multimedia magazine that still runs today, but I believe it was started in the 90s. And so I wanted to work for them at some point in time. They are based in New York, but for one of my birthdays, I think, or Christmas, my parents found an edition of Visionnaire on eBay, and this one is Visionnaire 39 Play. It's meant to look like a PlayStation. And within, there are a bunch of these small notebooks that are flip books. I have to put this down. There are a bunch of notebooks, and they are contributions from different cinematographers and photographers, and they are flip books, motion flip books. You can see that. So that's what the entire edition for this one is. So I've acquired so many things over the past like decade or so that I feel that those things need to be on display. Another thing like that would be this. This is a sterling silver coin purse with enamel that is still intact. It was made in Germany. And this was just sitting like in one of my jewelry boxes. And like, I bought this because I want to be a collector of antiques. And I was like, why don't I put that on display? Why is it just sitting around, you know? Things that you wouldn't consider interior decor can be interior decor. So many things. Like these wine bottles. Discarded wine bottles are another thing. May look like we're alcoholics, but it sure as hell looks good with the color scheme, does it not? I think it looks good. We also put candles in them whenever we can afford to. Whenever we can switch on and off and buy candles. Candles are a huge one too. If we can, here's a box of them. We got a box of 100 for like $10 here, but we'll get like the long tapered candles as well. Always white or black, maybe red if we're lucky. Candles are a huge like part of interior decor. Whenever we didn't have anything in here, it was just wine bottles, candles, and like a rug. Like we didn't have anything. That was our form of interior decor, which is very beautiful. You don't really need that much to have a space that feels beautiful. This couch. This is one of the most comfortable things in here. This is Cammie's couch. Cammie is filming right now. Hi, I love you. This couch was previously owned from a woman in Colorado with a dog, right?
Yeah.
And the dog made like some scratches on it or something. So Cammie bought it for like what, $100 or something? $100.
Yeah.
This phenomenal couch, and
then I went to South Dakota for a couple years.
Mm-hmm. And then
I had to meet you, and then my parents brought it out here for us.
Yeah. And now it's here. $100. And
yeah, it's perfect.
it's couldn't be any better. Yet another item that's just been brought into our lives. This table is from the Anthropologie Home outlet. There is only one in the entire US, and we live about 40 minutes from it. So we went and got this. Cammie got this for her room, and very often we will take things from our own rooms and we'll put them in other rooms in shared spaces. This was originally in Cammie's room, and now it's here. And it has that really nice brass and like gold detailing, and there's the black, and the wood grain shows from underneath. But it just fits perfectly, literally perfectly in here. This vase is from a thrift store. This is Vogue Italia only. Franca, Vogue Italia. This was a Christmas present to Cammie. We should go to the editorials back here.
Steven Meisel, baby.
Yes, very nice. When fashion was art and not clout, everyone. Best of the best. Only. I got this on eBay. There are a few sellers on eBay that will allow you to have a vintage Vogue Italia from anywhere from $20 to about over $100. Like some of the like Irving Penn and like Steven Meisel ones are like $70-$80, or some of them are like over $200. If it's like a very famous campaign, but that one always here, always in the living room. These coasters are from Colorado. They're from a thrift store in Colorado. They're made from I don't even know what these are called, actually. If anybody knows what these are called, let me know, but made into coasters. But I have quite a few of them. One of them is holding this projector up to lift up. The projector has always been a very important part of the room, always been a very crucial thing for me. I've always wanted a projector rather than a TV screen. And so if we turn around, this very vacant wall is vacant on purpose because that is where the screen projects onto. So this space, and I will include footage all throughout here, looks best at night. Whenever all of the candles are on, whenever the projector's on, this is where it really shines. It's a low light space, and low light spaces are superior, always. That's a painting that I did that I didn't like, so I turned it around, and now it's home decor, I guess. This is an odd one. Believe it or not, this was from TJ Maxx, and what's great about it is that it doubles as a sculpture and a light source. Hello. So it's like mirrored, and it just like looks good like this. It looks like it's from like an observatory. You know what I'm talking about. People who look at stars for a living. It looks like that, but it also lights up, and it's a light source at night, and it completely changes the way it looks. But it doesn't have to take away from how it looks during the day, which is amazing. And then this is, of course, if you've been following me for a while, you are familiar with this statue. It has been with me everywhere, and it's been in many videos, and it has traveled through many different rooms in my different houses. But this is, of course, a statue of Aphrodite that was gifted to me by my late grandfather. It is one of my most prized possessions, and she belongs right here, right now. Last but not least, there is my beloved cowhide rug. Personally, and I'm just gonna put it out there, this rug, I would rather have the pelt. If the animal is to die, to be slaughtered, I'd rather have the pelt be used than thrown away. I think it's an act of respect in that way. That's just my opinion. But this is not a piece of like home decor either that I'm just going to discard easily. Like, this is going to be with me for a long time. I got it from IKEA. This is probably the only item in the whole house that was bought like directly from a retailer. And I'm a big fan of Luxe Fabrics, anything like that. They're durable, they last a long time. This isn't going to fall apart. It's not something from Amazon. It's going to be with me for a long time. And it's timeless too. You all know how I despise trends and how I don't like buying things because they're cool for the first 30 seconds. This is always going to be beautiful to me. So it's going to have a longer lifespan. But it also, of course, it goes with everything. And it really pulls the whole entire space together. It adds a dimension of luxury to everything. So yeah, it also is a bitch. I have to clean it. We have to vacuum it like every 3 days because the tiniest piece of hair or something will show on it. So it inspires you to be a cleaner person as well. Yeah, we've got a Bose system here. This was passed down from my father to me. Another prized possession of mine. This had some days when I was in high school. I would use this when my parents weren't home to like play really loud bassy music, and now it's here and we use it for our movies. But this bad boy, can't believe this is here. I'm so proud to have it. But yeah, this is the only way we'd be able to listen to like films and stuff through the like DVD player and projector. But yeah, okay. I think I've said everything I can say about the space. It's already been like 18 minutes. This space finally feels complete. And I'm so happy to say that. Something, too, that I think I should talk about is something we were talking about last night. About, like, the difference between an aesthetically pleasing space and, like, a homey space. There are so many homey, like, welcoming, comfortable places to live and that I have seen and that I've been in, but I think are, like, visually horrible. And this is a space that is visually pleasing, but it is not necessarily comforting and like warm and soft and stuff. Like that's a very important distinction, like with aesthetes and people who appreciate art, is that like comfort and art don't always go together. And while like this couch is comfortable, these club chairs are comfortable, this is in a space that is exactly the most welcoming, if you know what I mean. You know, it doesn't scream like family and friends and pasta and like, wow, let's have a great time and talk like about life and stories and stuff. This is a contemplative space. It's different. And like, when you just learn that about yourself, there's always just like a strange like level of like, you're like searching for a home kind of. But that's how this space feels anyway to me, even though it is very, very pleasing and I love being in here. There's a certain level of like rigidity to being in an like artistic space. I think we're done. Yeah. I was super excited for this video. I didn't want to rush it, just like any of my other videos. So I decided to wait so that we had the right time, right lighting and everything in here. It's been rainy as hell. So like a couple of days ago, this video wouldn't even have been possible anyway. So sorry you guys had to wait for Sunday, but I hope you liked this video. I hope you like this space. Leave any comments below about what you think or anything that I said about like artistic or aesthetic spaces or whatever your thoughts are. If you think it looks horrible in here, let me know. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you next week sometime. Bye-bye.